Hello to all of you on this Christmas Day 2014. Today I am going to talk to you in rather a different way than I ever have before, because I realise that this world is so very different now from the one that I grew up in as a young queen in a very privileged way. So I'm going to ask you to bear with me and listen very carefully to what I have to say to you today. I am aware that this has been an annus horribilis for all of you. It hasn't for me. I've had a lovely grandson who's actually wonderful with me, and he even had managed to say grandma, which absolutely delighted Philip. But that aside, and aside from my beautiful holidays on the yacht and my far-flung voyages to hot shores and sunny climes, I have had a few moments to consider the plight of my people. And because deep down I really care very much for all of you, I have decided, together with a little help from other members of the royal family. Some of them weren't very pleased about the decision, but I have decided to sell Buckingham Palace. So if any of you out there are thinking of buying Buckingham Palace, think again, because it is going for auction. Homes Under the Hammer have kindly agreed to come and televise the whole experience, so it should attract a good price. Meanwhile, Philip and I have decided to spend the rest of our days very quietly in a council house in Skegness. It is somewhere we have thought that we would feel among the people. Meanwhile, I have encouraged Kate and William to follow likewise. Whether of course they will, I am not entirely sure, but that has to be their own decision. As for myself, I feel I have so much money that I want to give almost all of it away to good causes. So the next place on the list for sale will be Windsor Castle. Now you may strictly say that's not mine to sell, but I am the Queen. I do have the final word, so it will happen. Not this year maybe, but in the future. Some of you may be shocked at this announcement, but I'm sure that there are many of you who will be in full agreement with my decision. As for my politicians, I am deeply disappointed with the way they are behaving. This new Farage guy has stepped in and thrown everything into chaos. Previously, Mr. Cameron and I had a brilliant relationship. Recently, his visits to me have shown some degree of temperament with which I'm not entirely happy. It does not sit comfortably with one who has been brought up, as I have, to keep your emotions under heavily guarded wraps. You must excuse the noise in the printer, as Philip incessantly insists on continuing to work on his computer, even of this day of all days. I have to say, he is a wonderful man, but he can be so incredibly irritating at times. Well, okay, that's enough for me, because I am not going to just ramble on, because you are going to get so bored, and I'm quite sure that many of you are waiting for your turkey. So it is with deep, heartfelt emotion, which because of the way I've been brought up, I'm really very, very, very constrained in being able to portray. But perhaps some of it today you have seen seeping through. But it is with great heartfelt love for you, my people, that I tell you this news, and that I wish you all the very best on this day and throughout 2015.